Among the endless deserts of Jordan, where the heat during the day is unbearable and complete silence falls at night, lies one of the most mysterious places on earth, Petra. More than 2,000 years ago, the great city of the ancient Nabatean people appeared here. They transformed the barren desert into a wealthy trading center through which caravans from all across the east would pass. Camels carried spices from India, silk from China, precious stones, gold, and incense. All roads led to Petra. But the most incredible thing is that this city was not built from bricks or stone blocks. The Nabateans literally carved it into gigantic cliffs. Massive temples, tombs, and palaces emerged directly from the red stone mountains. Even today, it is difficult to imagine how people created such wonders without modern technology. The rocks of Petra change color throughout the day. In the morning they appear pink, during the day bright red, and by evening they turn deep orange. Because of this, Petra is often called the rose-red city of the desert. But life here was extremely difficult. All around there was only heat, sand, and almost no water. Yet the Nabateans managed to create a complex system of canals and water reservoirs that allowed the city to survive even during the harshest droughts. Petra was nearly impossible to conquer. High cliffs and narrow passages protected it from enemies. Foreigners could rarely enter without permission from the local people. Over time, trade routes changed. The city slowly lost its wealth and influence. Earthquakes destroyed many buildings, and the inhabitants gradually abandoned Petra. Centuries passed. Sand and time hid the ancient city from the world. Many people believed Petra was nothing more than a legend. But one day, travelers rediscovered this place among the desert cliffs, and the world once again saw one of the most astonishing cities in human history. At the entrance to Petra begins a narrow canyon called the Sick. This was the path ancient residents used to enter their hidden city. Outside, the desert feels endless and open. But after only a few steps into the Sick, the entire world changes. Towering stone walls rise dozens of meters above. In some places, the passage becomes so narrow that sunlight barely reaches the ground. Only the sound of the wind and footsteps echoing from the rocks can be heard here. Millions of years ago, this canyon was formed by powerful earthquakes and movements of the Earth's crust. Nature itself seemed to create a secret entrance to Petra. The Nabateans used this place perfectly to defend their city. A large army could never move quickly through such narrow passages. Any enemy would become an easy target. Ancient water channels can still be seen carved into the walls of the Sick. Through them, the people of Petra transported water directly into the city. For a desert, this was a true engineering miracle. The Nabateans collected rainwater and stored it in enormous reservoirs. Walking through the Sick feels like moving through a giant stone labyrinth. Every turn hides the unknown. Sometimes ancient symbols and traces of carvings can still be seen on the rocks. They remind us of the people who walked these paths thousands of years ago. The light slowly grows brighter. Ahead, a narrow beam of sunlight appears. At that moment, travelers realize that something extraordinary lies ahead. Then, after a few more steps between the cliffs, the famous treasury of Petra suddenly appears, one of the most incredible structures of the ancient world. After the long journey through the narrow Sick canyon, a bright light begins to appear ahead. Step by step, the passage widens, and an unbelievable view opens between the giant cliffs. Suddenly, travelers see the famous treasury, Al-Khazna. The enormous facade, almost 40 meters high, is completely carved into the pink stone cliff. Columns, statues, and ancient decorations look as if they were created only yesterday. But in reality, this structure is more than 2,000 years old. When people first see Al-Khazna, many simply stop in complete silence, because the scale and beauty of this place are truly breathtaking. The Nabateans created the treasury by hand, using simple tools and incredible precision. Even today, Scientists still debate how they managed to accomplish such difficult work. The name treasury came from an ancient legend. Local people believed that immense treasures of the pharaohs were hidden inside the upper part of the structure. Some even fired bullets at the stone, trying to break it open and find gold. The marks from those bullets can still be seen on the facade today. In reality, Al-Khazna was most likely a tomb or a temple, but its true history still holds many mysteries. As sunlight changes, the color of the rock changes as well. The stone becomes pink, golden, and then deep red. It is here that travelers truly understand the scale of Petra. The treasury is only the beginning of a vast ancient city hidden among the desert cliffs. After the treasury, travelers enter the enormous ancient city of Petra. Everywhere among the cliffs are tombs, temples, stairways, and buildings carved into stone. It feels as if time stopped here thousands of years ago. The streets of Petra were once filled with merchants, craftsmen, and camel caravans. Life thrived here, and the city was considered one of the richest places in the Middle East. Ancient carvings and inscriptions can still be seen on the rocks. Every symbol preserves a piece of Nabatean history. Travelers pass a huge amphitheater carved directly into the mountain. Thousands of people once gathered here for celebrations, meetings, and performances. The deeper explorers move into Petra, the more mysteries they discover. Some passages lead to hidden chambers and dark tunnels. Inside the ancient tombs, the air becomes colder and sounds almost disappear. Only faint light enters through the narrow openings in the rock. Scientists still do not know the purpose of some rooms in Petra. Some believe they were temples, while others think they were secret storage chambers or places for ancient rituals. At the tops of the cliffs are viewing points overlooking the entire ancient city. From there, the true size of Petra becomes visible. Despite the destruction, the city still looks majestic. Every stone reminds us of a civilization that created a wonder in the middle of the desert. But ahead lies Petra's greatest mystery, a place known by very few people. Deep among the cliffs, Petra hides secrets that still have not been fully uncovered. Even after thousands of years, archaeologists continue discovering new chambers, tunnels, and ancient structures here. During their exploration, travelers notice a strange passage almost hidden behind fallen rocks. It seems that no one has entered it for a very long time. Inside, complete silence fills the air. The atmosphere becomes cold and heavy, while torchlight barely illuminates the walls. Unknown symbols and ancient drawings appear on the stone. Some of them do not resemble any known Nabatean writing. The deeper the explorers move into the tunnel, the stronger the feeling that this place was intentionally hidden from outsiders. Deep inside, they discover a massive hall carved directly into the rock. In the center stands an ancient stone altar or a mysterious artifact. Perhaps secret rituals were once performed here, or Petra's greatest knowledge was hidden in this place. Scientists believe that much of the ancient city still lies buried beneath sand and stone. Some areas of Petra remain closed to exploration even today. There is a legend that entire underground complexes filled with treasures and ancient secrets are hidden beneath the city. But the greatest mystery remains unchanged: how the Nabateans managed to create such a magnificent city in the middle of the desert, and why they abandoned it forever. Petra continues to guard its secrets, and perhaps the most incredible discoveries are still waiting for humanity in the future.